Florida, they fell to South Florida. What does this loss mean for head coach Billy Napier?
Everything that was going right for him is now going wrong for him. And
Sure.
I know that there is still a lot of football. What's that cliche? A lot of football left? Well, the problem for Billy Napier is a lot of that football is against some of the best teams in the country. And yesterday in South Florida, that was probably among the weakest schools on his schedule. The rest of his non-conference schedule, you ready for this? Miami and Florida State. We know what they've already done. The conference schedule is downright brutal with Texas and A&M and LSU and so many difficult games. Billy Napier is right back on the hot seat, and it is scorching.
Heather, Billy Napier in Florida, they were riding a 5-game win streak. Yeah, do you co-sign what Paul said there?
Absolutely. And Napier knows this. He said as much after the game. He put themselves in that position, and the conversations are real. Because as much as we speculate about other coaches being on the hot seat, Napier's buyout is about $20.4 million. The school would owe him half of that in the first month. But the magic number here for Napier is 20. He's 20-20 in his first 4 seasons. That $20 million buyout is manageable. So this is a team that is facing a ton of pressure.
Florida next, heading to 3rd-ranked LSU before traveling to 5th-ranked Miami. Paul Finebaum, Heather Dinich, thank you for the insight. Hey, we're just going to Big Sean this thing and bounce back. Because last week we took an L, right? How about Dabo and company? Actually, they struggled against Troy. They were down 16-0 at one point, but order was restored. Goose Crowder throwing out of his end zone. Talk to me, Goose. You know, the plaque for the alternates is in the women's room. That is Ricardo Jones.
Right off his...
It hit the defender's back.
Right off his little touch.
He did his own
little bounce.
Right to the teammate, Ricardo Jones. And then Kate Klubnik making it pay off. That's a great ball. So what you do is you hold that ball in the belly of the running back. Bryant Wesco Jr. has a 26-yard touchdown. Wesco, how about 34 yards? This is a moon ball. That thing brought rain. What'd you say?
Like little Luke Bryan.
Little Luke Bryan.
Because you know what that brings? I'm Luke Bryan.
196 yards, 2 touchdowns for Klubnik. Clemson win 27-16.
Will Bama bounce back, taking on Louisiana Monroe? The answer, yes. They scored on all 11 offensive drives. No Ryan Williams, though, still in concussion protocol. 3 different players, 3 different Crimson Tide threw multiple touchdown passes. Ty Simpson, your starter. A perfect 17 for 17, 226 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air, a touchdown on the ground. Alabama wins. It was close, 73-0.
Oh, okay. Gary, you wanted to weigh in on whether or not Arch Manning is a generational talent.
He is. Yes,
okay.
he is. Yes,
okay.
Correct.
Texas, 7th ranked for now. But
saying otherwise?
If they were to fumble or stumble against San Jose State, we got problems. They wouldn't. That's Arch Manning. To Parker Livingston. Livingston untouched, 83 yards on the 40 acres there. And then later, you had something about 40 acres. Don't we? No? All right. So we'll leave it to Morgan Wallen. That's cool. Manning to Livingstone again. And then Manning using his feet. Lead of foot is this Arch Manning fella. Threw for 4, ran for 1. Total yards accounted for more than 300. Texas, 38-7. They get right.
But San Jose State did cover. Is all I'm saying.
That's true. Yeah.
Paul Finebaum
Great call.
demanded to be back on the program, so when he asks, we deliver, and now you reap the rewards. It's Paul in, it's Paul out. We just saw the Arch Manning highlight, so let's get right to it. Arch Manning still a legit Heisman contender. Paul in or Paul out?
Okay, I'm in, and I know the critics are going to ridicule me, but I don't care anymore, guys. I am staying with Arch Manning.
Let's go.
He has not been perfect, but the Heisman doesn't get voted on until December, so let's quit all this. He's out of the Heisman race after a bad loss. He can come back. I think yesterday was exactly what he needed, and keep your eye on him. Remember that name, Arch Manning.
Remember the name. Yeah, we got it. Thank you, Paul. What about LSU? Paul in or Paul out? LSU is the best team in the conference, Paul.
As I was saying, I'm all in on Texas. Oh, LSU. I'm in on LSU right now, guys. They are the best team in the country because they have the most significant win. There's been some good wins in the SEC, like Mississippi State last night, but I'm not ready to move them up. But I am ready to put LSU for now. But look out for Georgia. They play Tennessee this weekend. Florida, I think we can move to the back of the line. Oklahoma's moving up. Alabama's not going anywhere. So count me in.
All right, not featured on that graphic, Florida State. They win again, 77-3. It was against East Texas A&M. That being said, though, Paul, Florida State back? Paul in or Paul out?
I'm in. I'm a little bit disappointed they gave up that field goal. I thought it was going to be perfect, but Florida State is back. Mark it down right here. Sell all your stock and everything else. Listen, they have a long way to go, but I think Mike Norvell restocked his roster, and they're looking legitimate. They do have a couple of big games ahead, though.
All right, as for that other team in the Sunshine State, how about Florida? Their next 4 games, Paul, will end their playoff hopes. You Paul in or Paul out?
How about, did you ask me, did last night end their playoffs hope or the next 4 games? Because last night put them underground, and I am very much in on that. Thanks for asking me an easy question finally after a couple of weeks. This team is one in turmoil. Look at this. What kind of schedule did they get?
Yeah,
they scheduled Miami and Florida State as non-conference and USF, and they already lost that. There doesn't look to be any light at the end of the tunnel, and that's just part of the schedule. They still have Georgia down the road, Florida State down the road, and Ole Miss. Should I continue on, or do you smell a 500 or losing record for Billy Napier?
Yeah. No, you don't need to go ahead and beat that dead horse. Florida taking on LSU. No. It's Saturday, 7:30 Eastern on ABC. Paul finally got an easy question. Thank you, sir.
Hey, for being 2 of the most storied programs in history, we get 2 firsts. First regular season meeting between these 2 programs, and for Michigan, their first ever road game against and at an SEC school. Not against, but just at an SEC school. Let's start things off. John Mateer to Dion Burks. The end around, let's get it in. Sooners up 7-0. It was the only ranked matchup we got yesterday. Bryce Underwood, the true freshman, looking to get it to Justice Haynes. What happened? Haynes coming out of the backfield, and it wasn't Justice Haynes. He was trying to get out to his wideout, but it's Justice Haynes and Bryce Underwood getting at it at one another. Michigan, they missed a field goal on the next play, so it stayed a 7-0 deficit. Meanwhile, the Wolverines scoreless in the first half for the first time since 2020. Bryce Underwood, 9-24, 142 yards. More importantly, Coach Venables had the blitzes coming. He was 0 for 8 against the blitz. First play, though, of the second half is Haynes, 75 yards to the crib, 125 yards on the day, 1 touchdown. Michigan cuts the deficit in half. It's 14-7. In the third, couple minutes into it, it's Mateer, Isaiah Satania, atoning for an early game drop that would have moved the sticks. 21 for 34 from Mateer, 270 yards. Same drive, it's Mateer getting it done. The transfer from Washington State, 1 passing score, 2 rushing scores.